The year 2026 didn't just bring global headlines about UAPs. It delivered something far more unsettling. Footage deliberately hidden, showing objects and behaviors that defy every known law of physics, captured by sources the world never knew were watching. This is not about grainy, ambiguous blips on radar or distant lights in the night sky. We are talking about high-definition, multispectral recordings, retrieved from what can only be described as a ghost network of orbital and atmospheric surveillance. A clandestine system designed to observe Earth, not for human eyes, but for something else entirely. These aren't just anomalies. They are direct, unequivocal observations of craft that operate outside our wildest technological imaginings, and the story of how this footage resurfaced is as strange as the images themselves. The first clip, designated Falcon Trace 7, emerged from a deep dive into an archived data stream, flagged initially as an environmental anomaly over the Pacific. What it showed, however, was anything but natural. A sleek, obsidian black object, roughly the size of a small commercial jet, darted through the mesosphere at an estimated speed of Mach 15. The remarkable part wasn't merely the velocity, but its instantaneous changes in direction, executed without any discernible G-force impact or sonic boom, shattering every conventional understanding of aerodynamics. The craft, or whatever it was, simply blinked across the frame, leaving not a trail, but a residual distortion in the air around it, as if the very fabric of spacetime was rippling in its wake. Who built such a thing? And more importantly, who was it observing as it sliced through our atmosphere with such effortless defiance? This wasn't a one-off. The archival search, spurred by a whisper from a former intelligence analyst named Dr. Elias Vance, began to unearth similar patterns. Vance, dismissed from his post years prior for what were deemed unsubstantiated claims about non-human intelligence, pointed to specific data encryption protocols buried deep within old weather satellite transmissions. He insisted that certain glitches in public satellite feeds were deliberate, a form of digital camouflage. It sounded like the ramblings of a man consumed by conspiracy, yet his meticulous notes, left behind in a forgotten hard drive, led us down a rabbit hole few dared to explore. What if the real sky watchers weren't who we thought they were, and what they watched was far more sophisticated than anything we could detect? The breakthrough came with Project Looking Glass, not a government initiative, but the code name Vance gave to his personal quest. He believed that specific electromagnetic frequencies, often dismissed as atmospheric interference, were actually communication pathways, or perhaps even navigational signatures, left by these unknown craft. By reprocessing seemingly innocuous data through a custom algorithm, he began to peel back layers of digital noise, revealing faint, coherent signals. It was like tuning a radio to a frequency nobody knew existed, only to hear a conversation happening right beside you all along. The second crucial piece of footage, Sentinel Shadow, depicted something even more disturbing. Captured near a classified naval exercise zone in the North Atlantic, this video showed not just an accelerating object, but one emerging from underneath the ocean surface without a splash, without a ripple. It ascended vertically at an impossible speed, paused for several seconds, completely motionless against the backdrop of a stormy sky, then plunged back into the depths, vanishing as if it had never been there. The water didn't even register its presence, there was no displacement, no wave. How can an object transition between mediums, from water to air and back, with such absolute disregard for the laws of physics? This wasn't merely advanced propulsion, it was a fundamental re-engineering of reality. The sheer audacity of these maneuvers suggests not just technological superiority, but an intelligence operating with a complete indifference to human detection. They weren't hiding, they were simply there, moving in ways we couldn't comprehend, let alone track. The unseen aspect wasn't because they were stealthy in our sense of the word, but because our methods of observation were fundamentally incapable of registering their presence, unless specific, narrow conditions were met, or specific filters removed. It was like trying to catch a ghost with a butterfly net. What could be the motive behind such silent, pervasive observation? Is it scientific curiosity, an ongoing study of our planetary evolution? Or something far more complex, a monitoring of our technological advancement, our conflicts, our very trajectory as a species? The implications are staggering, forcing us to re-evaluate our place in the cosmic hierarchy. We often assume we are the most technologically advanced life form on Earth, But what if we are merely one species among many, and not even the dominant one? The official response, when a handful of these 2026 sightings eventually trickled into public awareness through less ambiguous channels, was typical. Denials, misdirection, and the ubiquitous weather balloon explanation. But these clips, the ones that Vance meticulously uncovered, left no room for such comfortable fictions. The sheer clarity of the images, the undeniable precision of the movements, screamed of a technological mastery that makes our most advanced fighter jets look like horse-drawn carriages. We are witnessing something truly alien, not necessarily from another star system, but alien to our understanding of the universe itself. One particular sequence, Arctic Whisper, shows a formation of 3 identical craft, triangulating over an uninhabited Arctic research station. They hover for just under 4 minutes, emitting a pulsating, almost imperceptible light, before ascending into the blackness at a speed that defies quantification. The astonishing detail here is the way they seem to be communicating with each other, not through radio waves or light pulses, but through subtle, synchronized energy fluctuations that registered on the multispectral scanners. It was a silent, luminous conversation, happening right above our heads. What information were they exchanging? What was their objective at that remote outpost? The question gnawing at every researcher who has seen this raw, untampered footage is not just what they are, but why they remained unseen for so long. Was it the sheer incompetence of our existing surveillance systems, or was there a deliberate, systematic effort to filter them out, to keep these profound truths from reaching public consciousness? The latter feels more plausible, considering the sheer number of highly sensitive locations captured in these recordings: military bases, nuclear facilities, even critical data centers. It suggests a focused, almost surgical interest in key aspects of human civilization. Imagine the panic, the societal upheaval, if this entire archive of 2026 footage were to be fully declassified and disseminated without filter. It would redefine not only our scientific paradigms but our philosophical and spiritual frameworks. The world we thought we knew, the laws of physics we held sacred, would crumble, replaced by a reality far stranger, far more complex, and perhaps, far more populated than we ever dared to conceive. This isn't just about little green men, it's about the very nature of existence. The true significance of the 2026 UAP sightings, captured in these hidden archives, lies not in their existence, which many have suspected for decades, but in their defiance. They defy our science, they defy our defenses, and they defy our comfortable narratives of human supremacy. They are a mirror, reflecting our technological limitations and our profound ignorance about the vast, complex reality around us. As we stare into these grainy, yet undeniably clear, recordings from a year that felt so recent, we are forced to confront the chilling possibility that we have never been alone on this planet, nor have we ever truly been in control. The unseen archive isn't just a collection of bizarre videos, it's a silent, terrifying testament to a hidden truth that could unravel everything we thought we knew.